And so what brought you back here? Like, because you were saying you were living down south for a long time.
Yeah. I grew up in Brisbane, and so where my story starts down there with mum. My mum and dad were separated when I was a young fella,
Yep.
and so raised by mum. Dad was always there though.
Yeah.
You know, he's in our lives. You know,
Yeah.
he didn't abandon us. They just
Yeah.
you know. So he was still there growing up, and grew up in a place called Inala. It's western suburbs of Brisbane. There's
Yeah.
a high Indigenous population there,
Yeah.
and many families, many different, from many different tribes. And
Yeah.
there's a few there from the same tribe, you know. And
Yeah.
my mum's tribe is the Waka Waka people, which is west of us here, you know,
Right.
Gooreng Gooreng country. So,
Is that Billawilla? No.
yeah, I got a map.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta really study it.
Yeah,
Look into it, know it, you know, better. But I grew up there in western suburbs with culture still.
Right.
Mum's culture, mum's people.
Yeah.
So Waka Waka, so doing a lot of dances, song and dance there. We perform a lot as young people.
Yeah.
We had an elder, a friend's dad, really brought that into our lives.
No.
He's no longer with us now. But he was, in hindsight, you know, I look back, I was thinking, what a deadly fella.
Yeah.
You know, to see, you know, these young people, you know, and
Yeah.
just, come on, you fellas. And
Giving
then
you
took
the
us like
dance.
that and said, we're going there, and, you know,
Yeah.
and then, like, that's, I really grateful for that, you know, what he did.
Yeah.
You know, in the city, but still,
This is
you
the
know.
way of the uncles. This is the way.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the way it
And
is still up
we
north, huh?
went everywhere, eh, all
Yeah.
around. We bloody autumn schools in Brisbane.
Wow.
It was great. We get time off school, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So we could go
yeah.
dance today, and like,
Yeah.
yes, cool, time
Wow.
off, you know.
And what dance did you relate to? Which dance was special for you?
I like the welcome dance, you know.
Yeah.
And like all of them, I suppose. That expression, you know, your storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is, eh?
Yeah,
We're the visual representation of the story.
Yeah.
You know, and our actions. It's that message we're putting out there, you know. That's what I tell these children of mine and my nieces and nephews. I say, the man singing, yeah, he's playing his role,
Yeah.
and the man playing the didgeridoo, he's playing his role in the story, and we also got to, you know, we're also in that role of the storytellers, you
That's
know.
it.
We've got to
Yeah.
bring that story to life, you know,
Yeah,
in
the
front of
spirit.
everyone, and that's part of that learning as well, you know. People
Yeah.
watching us taking it in. So younger people watch, you know, and they're like, going, oh, right, you know,
Yeah.
and they're associating this with that.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Great spirit, what it allows to be heard and what doesn't. It's okay. I mean, it's meant to be always. They didn't
Is
want
that
that.
supposed to be on?
It
am I
should have
supposed
been
to
red flashing.
Okay.
But what I find when we talk on a deep spiritual level
Yeah.
is the ancestors, great spirit, they decide what is for everyone
Yeah.
and what's for us.
Oh, you okay, mate?
Wow. Yeah, they decide what's for who.
Yeah.
So I
okay.
don't get too caught up in it. I'm
Yeah.
like, here's us doing what we're doing, but
Yeah.
they'll decide what's for everyone and what's for
Yeah. Right.
the foundation, so that we're communicating authentically first, you know, and effectively. Yeah, because this
That's
is
happened
important.
before.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens
right.
a lot. Yeah, because we're just the pawns in a sense. The spirituality of this land is what it's all about.
Oh,
For me, this is, you know, the land is the mother. She's guiding us and drawing us to where we need to be and doing what we need. I noticed I went up to that big lookout up on the headlands when you follow the road all the way to the end
yeah.
through the suburbs and that. And it mentions 4 different mobs.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a gathering space, do you think, of the 4 mobs coming together? What's that story?
All right. So, from what I know is, so that's mob from like Gladstone and Bundaberg. Will come under the Gooreng Gooreng
Right,
language group.
okay.
So, Gooreng Gooreng Nation extends from Bundaberg to Gladstone as far out as Monto.
Right,
In an old way, in the old sense, it was the 6 rivers.
yeah.
This denotes our country. So you got Kalan. You're testing me now.
Hey.
From the Kalan all the way up to Raglan.
Right,
All right.
Yeah.
So There's
Oh, so 6
Calliope,
divisions.
Boyne, Burnett, Baffle.
Oh, yeah, Baffle Creek.
Hang on, how many was that? 5.
Yeah.
One more there somewhere. And anyway, so all these family groups in here, you know, in this
Yeah.
country. So there's history here. I'm not sure if this come about with native title. See, they broke away,
Ah,
created these other
Yeah.
family groups.
yeah.
For whatever reason. This
Right.
is the information that was given to me. You know, so I see us as all as Gooreng Gooreng.
Gooreng Gooreng. Okay.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
we got Turublang Bunda and Gooreng and Baili.
Yes.
I recognise them as the people,
Yeah.
you know, and it's, you know, it's their choice, you know. Like
yeah.
I want to see unity. I
Right.
just want to see harmony, you know,
Yeah.
amongst our people,
Yeah.
coming together. Really, that's it.
Yeah.
So I'll just be here and
Yeah.
doing my thing, you know.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I don't not acknowledge those people. You know, they
Right.
are
Yeah.
our countrymen. You know.
Well, they're still living under the spirit
Yeah.
of the land.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, just want
And
to see us together as one.
what's the story of this particular land where we are? You know, what they call Agnes Waters in 1770. What's the story?
Well, as you, like I was mentioning before, there it's women's country, not exclusive for women, but they conduct a lot of business here, like as day-to-day stuff,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like, you know, yeah. But because a lot there's plentiful food source around here, and amongst other things, there's medicines here and good woods. Would be like a pardon?
Move it. Do you want to move?
Do you want the chair?
No, we want to use it.
Yeah, you can use it. Yeah, right. Oh, be careful, matey.
right.
Oh.
You got it?
Oh, he's strong.
There you go.
Yeah, this, you know, under that fire management, you know, we would have had here, it would have been an amazing place, you know,
Yeah,
for
wow. Very bountiful.
temporary, you know, dwellings and just, oh, what's your tote?
Oh.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Cheers. I'll just put it there. Yeah, the fauna here, you know, the species, diversity would have been magic. You know, you never go hungry in
No.
Australia if you know what you're looking for. You know.
There's so much food, eh?
Yeah.
Bandanas. Yeah, it's everywhere. And did you remember the foods when you came here, or have you found as you walked
No,
around,
no,
do you remember
like-
them again?
Getting shown a lot by my cousin.
Right.
Everett Johnson, I acknowledge him. He's songman, very very knowledgeable. You know, thanks to in his father. You know, he's passed on that information. You know, and
Yeah.
I'm very privileged to been. You know, he's showing me a lot of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
teaching me a lot of things.
Yeah, wow.
You know, growing up in the city as a young
Yeah.
person. You know,
Yeah.
and then come back here and just catapulted and immersed in it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
And
Yeah.
the totem animal for this area, or animals?
I think of the other ones. For
Yeah.
our family group, it's the flying fox.
The flying fox.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when we you'll see that when we paint ourselves, when we do crobbery,
Yeah.
we'll have our markings. You know, the 6 bands of white paint, or
Yeah.
normally white paint, because it shows up better on our skin.
Yeah.
You know, from which country we're on, 6 River Nation.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and then that family group on our shoulders.
Right.
So it's like, you know, it's like, oh, that's him. He's a Gooreng Gooreng follower, and he's like, oh, he's from this family group.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I've heard people talk of
Yeah.
skin groups.
Yeah, skin, same
And
thing,
talk
same thing.
about
Like,
the Aboriginal people taking their mum's skin group. Yeah.
yeah.
How relevant is that in your life?
From like it varies from tribe to tribe, I suppose. You know, they say I'll take my grandmother's side, or I'll take my father.
Right.
You know, it's That's like, I'm not going to dispute that, you know, like, that's you identify coming from this area, you know, the stronger connection to that place, I suppose, maybe, you know.
And you feel different to the Waka
Waka Waka?
Waka Waka? It's very different land, I imagine, and different stories and dances.
It's still lovely out there.
Oh, of course,
you know,
eh?
and I want to spend some time out there too, you know, I haven't spent much time out there. But yeah, different country, different everything, you know, but same too. Same time, it's different but same. It's funny how you say it like that, but it is, eh?
Yeah. So how do you see it going forward? Like, you know, we're in this new world. The kids are like growing up so much more aware than, you know, the way we were sheltered, being brought up. Like, well, I can only talk for myself and my generation. How do you see it going forward with the First Nations and the white people coming together? Because we're all here, you know. Like, there's been a lot of talk about becoming one in consciousness in the spirit world. Like, what's your vision for this land? You know, being a caretaker of it.
Whoa.
A big question.
That's a loaded one,
I
that
know
one.
it's a big question, but, and it doesn't have to be a perfect answer because it's your story, man.
Yeah. I suppose like a lot of people want, you know, want the best for everyone.
Yeah.
And want the best for the country, you know. So doing that, so fires management is a big part of my life now. So I'm very passionate about it, you know.
Yeah.
So that getting that education out there, you know.
So tell us more about that.
It's not our knowledge to keep. I spoke into this the other day with some people from Gladstone. You're also on this land too, you know. So you're obligated to look after it, and then part of the obligation is traditional fire management, you know.
Yeah.
And we'll show you. We've got to teach you for this too, you know, how to do it the proper way, safe way, nice way, kind way, healing way.
Yeah.
You know, put that medicine down. So that through that's and that gives you that connection.
Down what it's not. There you go, it's on again.
The language, yeah. I am should be learning more, versing more in it, but there's a lot of it's a lot. I found a lot of indigenous language, like English, our pronunciation, our syllables. It's softer, I suppose.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Our language, it's a bit more sharper and is, you know, it's because we're not familiar with it, I suppose, you know. But I love it.
So it's more sounds and with energy.
Yeah, so
rather than just a flowing dialect. In a sense. Well, it's an origins language.
I'll say like, you know, do a welcome. Say Nalungu, Nalungu, Nabadu, Ilungu, Yowe, Majram, Gooreng Gooreng. So, hello everyone. Well, sorry, as we gather on the lands of the Gooreng people, Gooreng, in this country here, we hope the spirits are with you. So that's what that translates to.
Yeah, wow.
So it rolls, don't you know it? And it sounds beautiful, I suppose.
Well, it feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's something that I should be practicing more. As much as the didgeridoo, you know, or yeraki, sorry.
Yeah.
I got to change my language too around these yeraki. It just sounds. I like that sounding better.
Yeah. It was an evolving thing. I mean, you've only been back, what do you say, 3-4 years?
2 years. Yeah.
So imagine, like, as time goes, you remember more and more.
Yeah.
And the instruments that were played here, like the land I come from, they didn't play didgeridoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's stories there around that. So, as you know, the history of colonisation and moving people off their lands.
Yeah.
So, once upon a time, because it originates from the centre of Australia or northern Australia, the Iraqi, alright?
Yeah.
So, when the colonisers come, they're displacing people from their lands and they're moving people from here to there to here, mixing it all up.
Yeah.
So they also brought their culture with them from where they come from.
Yeah.
So that, in the sense that Iraqi then got shared around the country then through displacement, with the colonisation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't originate from here,
Yeah.
but it's would have been brought here though.
Right. with the different mobs coming
different
together,
mob,
in
yeah,
different land.
you know, different,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have a feeling for an instrument here? I know you play the didge, but do you have a feeling, a deep feeling with particular sounds that you work with?
I do love the clapsticks. I do
Right.
like to sing. I
Yeah.
stepped away from that,
Right.
taking on the hierarchy, and plus my legs are. I
Ah,
gotta save my legs, you know, to get.
Yeah.
Nah, they're fine, but not as sprightly as I was, you know.
yeah, become an old fella.
Yeah, I'll sit down and play.
Yeah.
That's I like the clapsticks, and it's because that's I had this. I was doing some work with some young people, and I was using a clapstick as a metaphor, an analogy. You know, like everyone's unique in that sense. You know, like that sound, and every time we hit them together, we change the composition of that timbre and all that. You know, and it may not pick it up with our ear, but it's something there is happening inside that wood. You know, and it's transforming. Much like our young people, you know, we move through life and change, you know.
Yeah.
We dance, move to a different beat,
Yeah.
but we're still moving.
That's right, eh?
But yeah, it's all about change, I suppose. The clapsticks and evolving. So I resonate with them. But I've been told too here in this part of in this country here, the women used to play drums. I'm not sure if it was kangaroo or possum stretched over a hollow log.
Yeah.
But that was pretty exciting. I was like, oh, wow.
Because there's so many sound healers in this area. So that's what brought my attention to it. I thought, wow, it's a place of sound. Yeah, and so I'm thinking, oh, how about the mob from here? What's their sound, you know? That's what
I am going to bring that back. So.
Well, you've got the bloodwood trees too, which are
Yeah, you
amazing.
see a couple of them big hollows at the down there, so I'm saving them. Parent tree country here. As you change, you know, from just many different ecosystems, you know, you head back from the beach up, you know, and that soil composition changes, you know. So right now this is a mixed parent tree country here. Your grey gums and your blood, and your iron barks.
Oh yeah.
Here, and then if you go, where's that other place? If you just head out to Captain Creek, then that soil starts to change again. This is rocky, dark grey soil here, and you go that way, that soil changes, and that parent tree country changes as well. It turns into bloodwood country. There's a lot of water underground where you can find a lot of metallucas and that too.
Yeah.
You know.
And there was the big pines when we went out Yarimbala yesterday.
Those
pines.
hoop pines.
Yeah.
This beautiful way.
God.
I like if I could stop. Well, I want to get to the beach. I just want to stop and have a look at them, you know, because they just shoot up into the sky.
And they hold space so well. You know, they're like in the collection, just in one area. There'll be a big collection of them, as if they're holding that space. Like
very powerful. Huh?
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. What else haven't we covered? What do you want to tell the community? Because this is going to be on YouTube, so your local community's going to hear this. You know, like what do you want to say for your local community? You know,
let's look after it.
Yeah.
Let's protect it. And we're doing that. You know, well, we got a lot of new faces coming here, new people, and might be bringing that city energy with them and knocking things down and concreting everything. It's like, nah, leave it, you know. And you go down the beach, take everything with you. If you find something that shouldn't be there, take it back. Your rubbish and that too, you know.
Yeah.
So that was anything I'd like to say is, I mean, a lot of people do. Just a gentle reminder, let's keep it like that, and you know, and our kids, they reinforce it, reintegrate it with them to look after this country. That's it. You know, it's just that. We got to.
Straight
Look after us. She provides.
Yeah.
So we gotta care for her.
Yeah. I always feel like the ancestors give us a little bit of rope. You know, they go, oh yeah, you're a crazy human still, so here's a little bit of rope, you know, so you can have a little play and be human. But like every now and then they're like, you know.
Yeah, pull it back a bit. Yeah, you're straying too far here.
Yeah.
Come back. Yeah, definitely. it's easy to get lost in those ways, you know. Become blindsided, you know. Well, yeah, for some, you know, and it's up to us, people like you and I,
Yeah.
you know, we just sort of just
Keep
guide them
reminding
back, you know. It's,
Yeah.
we're setting examples and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
And that it starts in the small ways. Just,
Spreads.
yeah, you know,
Holding the
starting
light.
that conversation,
Yeah.
you know, have it with a smile.
Yeah.
Smile more, you know.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people here do, and it's infectious.
Yeah, there's a lot of healers here and
Yeah.
a lot of yoga teachers.
Yeah.
It blew me away for such a small population.
Oh yeah, it's saturated. There's a lot
healers. I
of
wonder what
that
the story
here.
is
You know?
there, because as we know, the land holds the energy. We're just the sheep, like walking on it, you know, like feeling the energy and going, oh, that's what we're here for. Yeah, it must. You know the stories, oh no, you can't always share all the stories.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Developers got in that time, the developer spirits. They go,
Yeah, don't talk about that.
yeah. We'll zone that one out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I noticed that because you're an hour and a half each way from big places, a bit
Yeah.
too far for people to commute. They come here on the weekends,
Yeah.
but they can't really commute daily for their jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very special place.
Yeah, and it is full of people that really love this place.
Yeah.
You know? They have that. They're getting that connection to countries. What we like. I say, that's what something special about me of being I'm connected and you're not.
Yeah.
But it is. There's something. I cry for this place. You know,
Yeah.
when I see things bad happen to it, it just makes me upset. People don't treat it properly.
Yeah, well, you don't like see your mum hurt, do you?
That's it. You know, no one wants to see that.
No.
You know. But as far as the healers, I suppose it's why they here. Why wouldn't you be here? You know? What a place to heal.
Yeah,
and be healed.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, totally.
So
Yeah.
you know, they got their purpose here. You
Yeah.
know, because a lot of people come through here and then they take that back.
Yeah.
And they spread that message where they come from.
Yeah.
You know, that softness in their heart, healing in their heart.
Yeah.
And they take it back, and then that branches out
Yeah.
and connects with more people.
I heard one lady say of this area that it's really strong energy, and if you don't listen, it spits you out. Yeah, which I found interesting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's she can do that.
Yeah. Are there any Dreamtime stories of this land that you can share with us?
I can tell you about. Yes. Let me think. Something I could share. Not yet.